and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you to Discord for actually sponsoring this video. So you guys know that, okay, first of all, I don't take a lot of sponsorships, but when Discord reached out and asked if I wanted to do something with them, I was like, yes, because I use Discord myself. I often mention Discord in my videos, you guys know this. So yeah, this video is sponsored by Discord, which I am super excited about. But basically, Discord is an app where you can either talk to your friends, you can chat with them, you can call them and talk to them. It is completely free, by the way. You can also make different servers. So if you're interested in making a Harry Potter themed server with your friends, you can do that. I am personally a member of different kinds of YouTuber servers, so a lot of the different simmers in the community, I have joined their servers so I can be in contact with them and also their communities. I just like that, especially for a game like The Sims, where we don't really have that online feature in the game. Discord is something that makes it a little bit easier to be in contact with each other. So I also have my own server, which is made for me and you guys, so we can be in contact with each other. And if you've been thinking about joining the server for a while now, because I know that I push it on you all the time, but if you have been thinking about joining it for a while now, it's definitely the perfect time to do that because we just started doing weekly contests on the server. So basically, we have a theme every week. The contests go from Sunday to Sunday, and the theme this week, for example, is fairy tales, very inspired by Real of Magic. Thought it would be fitting. So you guys get to upload pictures of your creations, whether it's builds or create a sim or whatever you have made, and you can upload them on the server, and the winner this week actually gets to win a game pack of their choosing. So if you're interested in that, definitely join, or if you're just interested in talking to a lot of awesome people and friendly people, definitely join us over on the Discord server as well. But basically, that's all I had to say about Discord. I'll probably mention it in several videos from now on because you guys know, like I said, I mention it all the time, but I like our little community over there and I would like more of you guys to come join us. But yeah, today we are building an apartment for an urban witch. So just don't mind the vibe of the apartment right now and the color scheme and the whole boho theme that I'm going for, because this is not how the apartment turned out in the end. I go back and I completely change everything to sort of like black or black brown, I want to say. It gets very dark, actually no, just black and white. Not necessarily like dark, just a lot of black, but also a little bit of white. So I thought I would start out doing this sort of like colorful boho, but then I actually sat down and I thought, what exactly is an urban witch? Because it can't be this. So I went on Google because Google has all the answers, and I Googled urban witch, and it turns out that it's got like, I don't know, the pictures that I saw at least were very dark and the style was very black and white, maybe a little bit of beige in there, some gray as well. There was a little bit of boho, but not like colorful boho, more like beige boho. Am I making any sense? So I decided to change the vibe of the apartment, the style of the apartment to sort of fit that vibe a little bit better. So that's why I ended up changing a lot of it to black instead of this brown color that we're going for. And I'm also getting rid of all the colorful patterns and all that stuff. So we basically end up going for more black and white patterns or the light beige that I talked about before. But I actually really like how this apartment turned out. There's a lot of plants around the apartment, also a lot of crystals, because that was one thing that I saw a lot of that was one thing that I saw in a lot of the pictures. Yes, that made more sense. So I figured I had to include them in this apartment as well. Also because I feel like the crystals are really good for gameplay purposes if you're playing as a witch as well. They got something to do with alchemy or something like that, I don't fully remember. I also put a couple of the familiar orbs around the apartment, and actually also a broom and a wand, actually. I found them under world objects, I think. So if you're curious about any of the cheats that I use, including the one that activates all the world objects, just scroll down to the description again. They should all be listed there. I always just leave them there because I get questions about it every single video, so I thought that would just help you guys a little bit instead of waiting for me to answer your comments, for example. So everything about the build as well is also in the description as always. But yeah, this is basically the vibe that we end up going for. So a lot of dark brown or black and some white, some beige in there, and a lot of candles too. Actually, I used a fair amount of candles, but I feel like I always do because I just love candles, to be honest. Which actually reminds me that I think I just ordered about 5 scented candles from Yankee Candles because I just really love scented candles, and I didn't used to have a proper place that I could lit them on fire or turn them on. I don't know how to say that in English, so you guys get what I mean, but I didn't have a proper place to put the candles, but now that I have a new apartment, I do. So I'm like, I want autumnal scented candles. I've bought a few ones for Christmas as well, just to be prepared because my apartment is gonna be crazy during Christmas time. I just want decorations everywhere, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I know it's September and I'm talking about Christmas already. It's a little bit early, but I don't care. But anyways, yeah, scented candles are awesome. Let me know if you also love scented candles or just candles in general. I just love them. They're so cozy. But anyways, so I was trying to do something fancy with a window over here by the bedroom. I actually tried to do these sort of zigzag walls, so it looks like it might have been, how do you say, that's not a sliding door, but it's sort of sliding door. I don't know what those kinds of doors are called. English is going really well today, just in case you were wondering. Anyways, but I was trying to make it look like that sort of door, but it just took up way too much space in the living room and also in the bedroom, so I decided to just drop that idea. I think I've done it before though in one of the bigger apartments over in the arts quarters, possibly my black and white one, but I don't fully remember if it was that one. It might have been the other modern one with the green color scheme. I don't know, this is not important to this video, but I think I've done it before where it actually worked out and looked kind of cool, so I wanted to try it again just to not have this plain wall, but it just wasn't working out. So basically the witch that lives here ends up with a fireplace in the apartment instead, but I think that's okay anyways. It sort of fit the theme of the, like, it just, or the vibe, it sort of fit the vibe of the house also, or the apartment. Also, by the end of the video, I decided to include a cat in this apartment. So I put a litter box in the bathroom and also a food bowl in the kitchen and also a scratching tree or whatever those are called here in the living room. So I just thought that this sort of witch would have like a black cat or something. Maybe it could be their familiar as well. I don't really know. So they could have 3 familiars actually already. I don't remember what familiars, like what orbs I choose to put in. I think one of them was purple, but I don't think I checked it too much. I just chose to. And also, I did actually choose specifically what potions I would put in the kitchen because I didn't want any of them to be like a death potion or something. I wanted them to be good, like positive, or like possibly also one slightly negative one, but not like overly negative, like death negative. So that's not making much sense either. But there's a couple of potions in the kitchen because, you know, it's a witch's apartment, so it had to fit in there somehow. So anyways, they also got their own little desk area over here in the corner of the living room where I'm currently placing potions in the kitchen, but I did place a computer or a laptop on that desk that I just put down because even though it's a witch, maybe it's a witch that's into gaming or something, that could happen. And yeah, I just thought it would be kind of fitting for them. Also because computers are really good for gameplay, and I mention that quite often. I just like having computers for gameplay. I feel like they're good for certain things like getting fun up, for example. You can also have pen pals and stuff like that. So yeah, I just like computers for gameplay in The Sims. I could also sort of imagine this witch to be like a freelance writer or something actually. So they're sitting over there and doing their work with a cup of hot coffee or something in the morning, and they have their familiar cat just running around the apartment. I don't know, I could totally see that happening. I feel like some of the jobs fit city sims a lot, like really well, such as a freelance writer or of course the social media careers and stuff like that, politician careers as well. But yeah, the freelance writer is definitely one that I think is very fitting for since I live in the city. So I could totally see the sim or the witch being a freelance writer. I think that would be kind of cool. This was also me trying to sort of create this witchy vibe. Witchy vibe is actually really difficult for me to say because it's a W followed by a normal V sound. I just wanted to point that out, but anyways. So I wanted to try and create this sort of witchy vibe without using any of the stuff from the new pack. And I think I succeeded, but definitely let me know what you think. But I think I've ended up using the mirror in the bedroom, but that's about it. And also just because it looked so pretty and vintage and it just fit the vibe. So I know that I talk about vibes quite often in my videos these days, but it's an easy word to use when you're trying to explain the atmosphere in interior. So sorry if it's getting annoying, but it's perfect. It's the perfect word. So yeah, I think I used it in here, but that's about the only furniture piece that I used from the new pack, I believe. So if you don't have the new pack, maybe don't, if you don't have the new pack and you just want to play pretend like you are playing as the witch, but you don't have all the spellcasting abilities and all that stuff, you could possibly use this apartment. You'd be missing the potions and also the orbs. I don't know about the crystals. I think the crystals are still safe, but as for the furniture, you'll be good. So if you don't have the pack and like I said, you want to play as a witch still or as a sim that looks like a witch or whatever you want to do, you can still use this apartment actually. I at least think that it has sort of like a witchy vibe to it at least. I think it's all the plants and all the crystals. There's just something about that reminds me of witches. And also the candles, of course. But anyways, so the bedroom in here is actually fairly simple. I did not have a lot of space to deal with because I decided to put a closet or a walk-in closet over in the corner. So if you're wondering where that walk-in closet is from, by the way, it's from Get Together. We got 3 closets in that pack, but that's the only pack that actually gave us walk-in closets, unfortunately, because I'd love more of those. I think one that's possibly only 2 tiles and has glass doors would be kind of good, because the only one that has glass doors is 4 tiles and it just takes up a lot of space. I rarely use the 2 closets that are 4 tiles just because they take up so much space. So anyways, but yeah, the bathroom as well, the last thing that we're doing, and I decided to put laundry machines in here, and yeah, other than that, it's a pretty simple bathroom. Of course, I was trying to go for the same kind of vibe as the rest of the apartment. I think I succeeded. It doesn't look like my normal bathrooms at least, or maybe it does and I just don't see it. I don't really know. But I decided to put the litter box out here as the very last thing, and then I'm just gonna put a few pet items here and there throughout the apartment, and that should be about it. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. So again, if you are interested in joining the Discord server, there should be an invitation link at the very top of the description box, and definitely come join us over there. We're all very nice and we have a lot of fun sharing our creations and talking about The Sims, talking about other stuff, and I don't know, sharing videos and stuff. There's just a lot of stuff to do over there, so definitely come join us if you've been thinking about it for a while. Also, just a little side note, ignore that pile of laundry right there. I fixed it in live mode, so it's not there in the uploaded version. Don't worry about it. But anyways, if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Babe, there is this place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you. Babe, there is this place where we can go, where it's always shining like the snow. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you. Oh, I can't